diagram shows triangle ABC with AC equal to 8x minus 3, BC is equal to 4x minus 1. The angle ABC is 120 degrees and the angle ACB is 15 degrees. Part A says to show that the exact value of x is 9 plus root 6 over 20. So first thing I'm going to do here is to work out the other angle inside this triangle, which is going to be 180, take away 120, take away 15, which is 45. I can now use the sine rule because the 45-degree angle is opposite the 4x minus 1 and the 8x minus 3 is opposite the 120. So I can say that 8x minus 3 over sine 120 is equal to 4x minus 1 over sine 45. I'm then going to cross multiply, so I'm going to times by sine 120 there and sine 45 there. Now, the sine 45, I know that's the same thing as root 2 over 2. The sine 120, I know that's going to be the same thing as root 3 over 2. And if I then multiply both sides by 2, that's going to get rid of those fractions. And now we've got an equation. I'm going to rearrange this to work out what x is going to be. So let's expand those brackets out. So 8 root 2x minus 3 root 2 is equal to 4 root 3x minus root 3. I'm going to subtract the 4 root 3 from both sides, and I'm going to add the 3 root 2 to both sides, so that I've got the x's all together on one side. I'm then going to factorise the x outside, so the x from here and here is now here. So inside the brackets, I've got 8 root 2 minus 4 root 3. I'm then going to divide both sides by that bracket. To make x the subject. And now, last couple of jobs, I need to rationalise this denominator. So I'm going to times the top and the bottom here by 8 root 2 plus 4 root 3. Okay, let's go through this slowly then. So the 3 root 2 times the 8 root 2. The 3 times the 8 is 24. The root 2 times the root 2 is 2. The 24 times the 2 is 48. The 3 root 2 times the 4 root 3. The 3 times the 4 is 12. The root 3 times the root 2 is root 6. So we get 12 root 6. The minus root 3 times the 8 root 2 is minus 8 root 6. And then finally for the numerator, we've got the minus root 3 times the 4 root 3, which is minus 12. On the denominator, we've got the 8 root 2 times the 8 root 2, which is the 8 times the 8 is 64, times by the root 2, so times by 2, is 128. The 8 root 2 times the 4 root 3 would cancel out with the minus 4 root 3 times the 8 root 2. So don't need to write those down, but we do need the minus 4 root 3 times the plus 4 root 3. The 4 times the 4 is 16. The root 3 times the root 3 is 3. The 16 times the 3 is 48. Simplifying this now then. On the numerator, the 48, the minus 12 is 36. The 12 root 6 minus the 8 root 6 is 4 root 6. On the denominator, the 128 minus 48 is 80. And now we can divide the top and the bottom of this fraction by 4 to get the desired result. So that is part A of this question done. Make sure you press pause and get all that copied down if you need it, because I'm going to clear my screen for part B. Part B says to find the area of triangle ABC. So I'm going to use the formula, a half AB sine C, where the important thing is that angle C is the one that's in between the two sides, A and B. So the two sides I know are these two, because I know what X is. We've just shown it here. And so C is going to be the 15 degrees. So, if I were to substitute these into my formula, so the area is a half. The A can be the 8x minus 3. So 8 lots of the 9 plus root 6 over 20. That's the 8x minus 3. Actually, I think I need a bit more space for this. So the half times the A times the B is 4x minus 1. So 4 lots of the 9 plus root 6 over 20. That's my 4x minus 1. Times sine of the angle in between them. And we are allowed to use our calculators here, because we can give our answers to 2 decimal places. So if we put that into our calculator, we get 0.26. And I've not been told any units here, so I'll just put units squared.